No, so I was an athlete and now I'm an athlete. You get it?
That's a good one. Athlete,
No, I know it's like the biggest games in the world, but then I didn't realize like how big it was. Sampai like I walk into the stadium, I'm like, oh my god.
Okey, terima kasih kerana masih menonton Julang, dan kini kami mempunyai seorang ikon bekas perenang. Mungkin beliau tidak menyedari, tetapi di dalam beberapa artikel-artikel apabila beliau menyatakan bahawa beliau akan bersara sebagai seorang perenang, ramai di kalangan penulis, bukan di Malaysia tapi di luar negara, menyatakan bahawa beliau merupakan inspirasi dan ikon kepada ramai perenang-perenang muda. Siapa lagi kalau bukan Kuchailin, yang ada OLY.
Ya, selamat datang Kuchailin ke
thank you.
Julang. OLY or Oli?
I think dua-dua pun boleh kot.
So kita panggil Oli. Oli. So Kuchailin ini bukannya seorang atlet sebarangan. Sebelum kita bermula untuk mendapatkan rangkuman kehidupan beliau, pernah beraksi di bukan satu tetapi dua Olimpik, dua tamasya Olimpik 2008 dan 2012. Pemegang rekod 4 rekod negara. Bakat beliau di dalam acara freestyle, 200, 400, 800. Dan yang penting sekali pernah menerima anugerah Olympian of the Year 2007 sebelum Datuk Lee Chong Wei.
Actually, I pun lupa.
Itu anugerah Majlis Olimpik Malaysia bagi
Really?
kau.
It's not like it's Majlis Olimpik Malaysia, the most prestigious. Come on now.
Because when
Dia boleh lupa.
No, because
You tak print CV dia ke?
Patut print tayang.
bila dia cakap, I
Sebelum
macam,
Datuk
oh
Lee
ya,
Chong Wei,
2008. Lepas tu dia cakap 2007, I macam, oh ya, 2007, not 2008.
Okey, jap. Lagi satu. Masih ingat tak anda merupakan resipien untuk anugerah olahragawati Selangor?
Pun tak ingat juga. Kalau Olympian ni tak ingat.
No, Antu course few times.
Oh, cip lah.
No. Tanya tahun berapa. Dia ingat tak?
Few times dia dah kata dah.
Itulah tahun berapa.
Tak apalah, that one not important anymore.
Okey, Cailin, sebelum saya bercakap dengan lebih banyak, kita ingin mendengar tentang Cailin. Tapi sebelum kita masuk ke era Cailin muda, what are you doing right now?
I'm in sales and marketing for still in the sports industry because I didn't want to venture too far away from the sports industry. So helping golf clubs to digitize their club, so more into like club management punya system, and then also help on the golfers end is to digitize their scorecard juga.
Agak menarik kerana
Dia main golf ke?
Tak, yang pertama sekali main golf tak?
Tak main golf langsung.
Tapi apa yang menarik ialah ramai yang menyatakan bahawa golf dah hilang sinar kerana kebanyakan orang sekarang ni lebih gemar pickle dan paddle. I mean,
it's true,
betul.
yeah. And also cause golf dia ambil banyak masa. Macam kalau you play a 18-hole game, it's like maybe 4-5 hours macam tu, you know. And then golf clubs usually are very far away from the city. I mean, there are some golf clubs in the city, but then if you want to experience like different types of golf club, it will take up like almost a whole day just to play one golf game, right? So sekarang pun ada banyak golf simulators. So dia kedai-kedai macam ni, they just rent a shop lot, then put the golf simulator there, and then it's more like a social thing, macam pickle and paddle also lah, I would say.
You base kat mana sebenarnya?
Kat Selangor.
Club.
Saya punya office
Office dan club
bukan. So kita punya office is macam
It's a company.
Yes, it's a company that we provide IT solution kepada club.
Okay.
Menarik.
Okay.
Seorang bekas perenang ini berkecimpung dalam arena golf.
Tapi your educational background, you in IT or Masscom or mana? Masscom kan?
Okay.
Tiba-tiba masuk IT pula
Because nak try something new jugalah, sebab sebelum ni I dalam advertising.
Okay. Alright. So macam sekarang ni sales and marketing untuk IT solutions.
Tapi yang penting sekali, you retired sebagai seorang atlet negara pada 2017.
Yeah.
Okay. How was it like transitioning daripada seorang atlet ke Kerjaya baru? Kerana kebanyakan daripada rakan-rakan anda sudah mempunyai the years before them.
Yeah.
Kerana mereka kerja awal,
betul.
20, 21, 22 dan sebagainya. Tapi you agak lambat. So bagaimana sebagai seorang atlet?
Memang susah lah at the beginning because bila I stopped, I retired from swimming, I was already 29. 29 pun kira fresh grad jugalah sebab saya pun tak pernah kerja kan. So masa pergi interview semua pun macam very nervous, very scared, didn't know how to answer a lot of questions because like first time pergi job interview. Dekat kan. Mana tu? Actually a few agencies jugalah, like cause I study mass comm kan, so I nak balik the same industry juga.
Mass comm, you mean media houses ataupun marketing agencies atau macam mana?
Ada juga PR agencies, ada juga advertising, media house juga ada. So I just wanted to try different things to see what I really like because you study one thing but not necessarily you will do or work in that industry as well, right? So I just wanted to try like multiple things and then see where it leads me to. So at the beginning memang susah lah, like go for interview and then don't know how to answer questions. Then they'll ask me like, oh, what will you do in this kind of situation? What PR campaign will you come out with? I'm macam, what? I mean, you ask me about swimming, I can answer you everything kan. Tiba-tiba you ask me about work, I'm like, they don't teach you this in school.
So your first job?
My first job was surprisingly with Dentsu Sports Asia. So under
siapa masa tu? Datuk Stewart ke?
Datuk Stewart. Yeah. So he was my first boss back in 2017, just slightly after the KL SEA Games.
Oh, after the KL SEA Games. Maknanya kecoh-kecoh sibuk sebelum tu you not involved lah.
No,
tak, dia involved. Cuba cerita sikit. She was involved in 2017.
2017 SEA Games, I dengan media 247. So,
okay.
So I jadi media manager for aquatics. So
senang lah.
No, not really.
Oh, pasal tak faham kerja media?
Tak, sebab I thought, jaga swimming je, best lah. Only few days and then I can go and see other sports kan. Mana tahu aquatics.
And then, lepas tu?
Aquatics like all aquatic sports, right? So water polo starts before opening ceremony. So I dah start kerja dah. And then after that, I can't remember which aquatic sports finished on the last day of during the closing ceremony tau. So I didn't get to see. I didn't get to see any other sports. Tak.
Tapi race tengok? Tak, kalau swimming?
Tak juga because I'm belakang.
Busy managing
behind the scenes kan. So,
media personnel.
So apa-apa pun like peep out from the window, like who's swimming, who's winning. And then kalau my own teammate, I mean like kira my teammate lah. That time I pun baru retire, right? So kalau I cheer for them, then the officials will look at me macam like, you're not supposed to cheer. I'm like,
Oh,
because you're officially on duty. Betul. Okay. Macam mana pengalaman tu? You had to deal with the media managing their needs.
Quite interesting. Diorang pun macam terkejut lah tiba-tiba
atlet negara layan diorang.
So it was very funny. So a lot of the media pun macam, what you doing here? Pakai baju lain and then it's like ada accreditation card that cakap media and not athlete, right? So it was quite funny. But it was a good experience lah.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, I would. I mean like it was quite interesting dealing with like different medias from all around the Southeast Asia region also, right? Instead of just like the Malaysian media. I remember like the first day was really crazy hectic because Joseph Schooling from Singapore, he was competing, right? And then he was just fresh off Rio Olympics where he won a gold medal. So many media was there until I had to call the police to come down to like handle the media as well because they were just pushing me around and then
tapi tak ada security ke masa tu?
Ada, but then nobody expected there to be so much media.
I mean the Olympic gold medalist ada kat situ, maknanya
patutnya ada perancangan.
But then I guess
tapi tak apa lah,
it happens lah. Tapi learning curve.
True. So there was like at least 100 media from like on at the swimming pool, right?
Masa tu dekat aquatic
So then after that, so second day we were like, okay, must be prepared, like call all the security and stuff. And then second day nobody came.
Because Schooling tak ada dah.
The first day je dia dah
tapi
menang.
maknanya mix zone apa semua you manage juga lah. Mix zone and media center sub media center.
So next day I'm macam
kosong.
where's everybody?
Polis sampai 10 orang tapi tak kosong.
Dia pun, semalam you cakap ramai? Ya, semalam ramai. I don't know about today.
Good lesson.
Yeah.
So I mean, talking about that whole experience jaga media kan, and I'm sure masa jaga tu, although you tak sempat untuk tengok teammate beraksi, tapi tak rasa tak, I wish I was still down there, you know, in the pool.
Yes and no, I guess. I mean, I always miss competing, but I don't miss the hard work. I don't miss waking up at 5:30 in the morning, going for training, you know, like jumping in the pool at 6:30 in the morning is
Hellish.
Yeah.
Hellish.
So
not easy.
But
Memang
can we know
pengorbanan.
how you started in, I mean, why swimming?
So my elder sister, she had asthma when she was really young. So the family doctor recommended to put her into swimming to strengthen her lungs. So naturally, my second sister and myself, 3 years old, dah buang masuk air already lah. So it wasn't really a choice.
Start Mak Saleh, parents dia campak je ni. Maknanya how young were you masa you?
3.
3.
As young as 3
Yeah. So then,
lepas tu terkapai-kapai betul, literally.
yeah, so then I kind of was forced to swim, and then I really hated it lah actually. And then there were times where, you know, it was time to go for training, and then my mom would be like walking to the study room, and then I'll just pretend to fall asleep on the table and like, I'm really tired, I cannot swim today. It's like, okay, just rest one day. So that was like during primary school, right? And then I started to win, I think when I was standard 6, and then I realized like, hey, I like this.
Like, because you started winning.
The winning feeling.
Yeah, because sebelum tu it's like always win but dari belakang.
Corot lah, bottom 3.
Yeah.
Okay, sekolah mana masa tu?
Pui Chai in SS2.
So lepas tu lepas menang tu the winning feeling masa umur 12 tahun basically was
about 12 like that lah.
And then you pindah ke sekolah Sukan Bukit Jalil.
So 12 then after that I think my mum changed me to a new swimming club which was in Shah Alam. So I training kat sana for about 2 years plus, and then after that got called up to the national team.
Quite a distance maknanya dari
PJ
because in between PJ dengan Shah Alam tak ada club.
Oh, surprisingly.
Yeah, so in Subang masa tu pun I rasa tak ada club. Yeah, so the next nearest club was Shah Alam.
Dan Shah Alam berlatih di
the stadium. The Shah Alam Stadium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then when you join Bukit Jalil, sekolah Sukan Bukit Jalil?
When I was in Form 3.
Oh, so tingkatan 3 dah masuk Bukit Jalil lah.
Yeah.
Okay, dan apabila 12 tahun tu sehingga Bukit Jalil, acara sama ataupun?
Tak, because bila you kecil, like you don't really know what you can specialize in or what you're good at. So at the beginning, apa event pun swim lah. And then after that,
but you started winning in which events?
I think like 50 and 100 free, because when you're young, you only got like 50 and 100. Yeah. And then I think in the recent years, then they added on like 200 free for the younger kids. So it was always 50 and 100 free. And then when I joined the national team in when I was Form 3, then it was in the sprint event, so 50 and 100. So back then okay lah, boleh menang kat Malaysia, but then once you go into Southeast Asia, I'm like a nobody, right? So then after that started venturing into other events as well.
Okay.
Was it easy for you to adapt dekat sekolah Sukan Bukit Jalil tu?
Tak juga, sebab like first time kena stay in hostel and then first time away from home, right? I mean like walaupun my house is just like 30-40 minutes drive, is very different experience lah, because Sunday petang dah kena balik sekolah to stay, and then after that you only get to go back home on like Saturday morning after training lah. So macam very different lah, like tiba-tiba you stay in a room with like 5 other girls, and then toilet pun kena share with like tak berapa orang.
Duduk asrama.
Yeah. And then you always hear like cerita hantu lah kat asrama.
Kata memang ada hantu.
Cerita hantu daripada zaman sekolah dulu sampai sekarang.
Memang ada hantu. Certain areas tu memang ada hantu.
Okay lah. Since, but anyway, apa cerita
hantu tu sikit?
Okay. Apa cerita hantu tu?
You pernah nampak tak hantu tu?
Tak.
Yang ni hantu mana? Hantu Jepun, hantu susu?
I don't know lah. It's the hantu what lah.
Pernah nampak tak?
Tak.
Tak pernah lah.
Yalah, but then
kawan-kawan cerita lah.
Yeah. But then it's kawan sendiri yang pernah nampak also, so it's like affected me jugalah. Of course I takut kan. Yeah.
Okay.
And then like you're so young,
Yeah,
you're so like
betul.
scared also lah.
But
yeah.
what about staying dengan atlet-atlet lain?
Was very interesting lah. Like you know, you get
Siapa antara mereka?
so my first 2 years there was with synchronized swimmers and also swimmers. So they try to pair you up with the same sport. So like you wake up at the same time and then you don't disturb other people as well, right? But then my last year in school in Form 5, I was mixed together with 2 gymnasts, Duratun and also Crystal Lim. And then there was and then there was the diver Cheong Jun Hong, and then
world champion tu.
and then an equestrian girl, Emilia, and then one squash junior. Yeah, so that my last year in school was actually quite fun lah with these girls, cause like you know we a bit crazy, and then like we always like talk about different stuff, and then we learn about each other's sports as well. So I guess that's how I learn about other sports as well, especially like equestrian. Like I mean, how many equestrian people do you know, right? Yeah. So like then she would tell me about like different kind of horses. You know, like there's like cheaper horses and how like horses can be like go up to like crazy mahal.
Millions,
Yeah. So it's very interesting lah.
Masih keep in touch dengan diorang ni semua?
Ya, ada.
Ada Ada WhatsApp group?
Tak ada.
Tak ada
Oh, very individual now.
Apa yang menarik ialah Cailin mempunyai semua cerita-cerita menarik tentang atlet-atlet ni. I'm sure. Boleh berkongsi ke?
Tak ada.
Tak ada.
Cerita lah.
Mana
Apa
boleh?
Benda-benda yang positif lah.
Tak.
Yang negatif tu PM tepi.
Diorang dah buat pack. What happens in Bukit Jalil stays in
Bukit
Bukit Jalil.
Jalil.
Of course.
Okay, your first tournament you wakil Malaysia?
I think was either 2000 or 2001 Southeast Asia age group games. So they macam SEA Games but then for age group. And then that time, I think back in 2000 it was in Bangkok. So it was my first overseas trip lah macam masa tu, and then my parents didn't go with me. So we have like a team manager who takes care of us, and it was a very good experience lah, cause masa tu where got WhatsApp and telephone to call.
Betul.
So then we use fax to tell my mom like, safely
hantar
arrived.
result. Hantar fax saja. Maknanya your mom ada fax ni dekat rumah, fax machine.
So I think it was either at the office.
Tak semua orang ada tau. Kalau dekat rumah.
Correct. So then it's like the only way to communicate mah. So macam mana nak tahu like you already safely arrived, right? So they give you like one piece of paper, and then one piece of paper is like how much. So right lah, kecil-kecil, so can write banyak lah kan.
Betul tanya hantar fax
Tapi apa yang menarik pasal semua ni ialah you nampak ibu bapa Cailin yang telah they've given the responsibility, the trust, kepercayaan kepada your team manager, pengurus pasukan, kepada pengurus BJSS, Bukit Sports School, untuk menjaga permata.
I think semua parents yang ada anak-anak ini memang dia orang terpaksa let go. They have to learn to let go.
Tapi ramai parents tak let go pasal they just want to be like what about this,
helicopter parenting lah. Tapi tak ada kot.
Macam Cailin, parents have played a very big role in your life. Can you please explain how important it is to have supportive parents?
I think parents also need to understand like sports is not something everybody can do. But so to me it's like my life is this long, but my sports career is only this much. You know, I can't, like let's say if now I were to train like how I used to, I don't think I'll be at my as good as last time. Maybe better, maybe not. You know, it's very different. So that's what I would try to tell my parents, and like work. I will eventually one day have to come out into the workforce to work. But I would really appreciate if like you all fully support me during my sporting days lah. So they were very supportive of that. My mom even asked me, are you going to go for another Olympics? And then when I wanted to try out for Rio Olympics, then she was like, you're not going to start work yet?
No, dia kata time for you to get a job to repay all dia punya investment dulu tak?
Yeah, it's true, because I mean swimming might be not the most expensive sport, but it's not the cheapest as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think no sport is cheap lah.
Yeah.
Especially at that elite level.
Yeah, correct.
Your mom buat apa, Cailin?
Sekarang,
Yeah.
now she's a real estate agent.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she just got
T05 lah.
bukan lah. I mean, she just got into this line. I think about few years ago je. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before that, she was in quite a few different jobs, but mostly like sales or like admin lah.
Okay. Your father?
He ran his own business. He was in the chemical business.
Tetapi apabila keluar daripada sukan, apabila berhenti bersukan ya, saya tahu ni fakta, ni bukan fakta, ni fakta. Kepada mereka yang tak tahu Cailin is a foodie. Kalau beliau boleh mengubah masa, beliau akan jadi food influencer.
Instead of being an athlete.
No, so I was an athlete and now I'm an athlete. You get it?
That's a good one. Athlete, And favorite food?
This athlete,
Athlete. Okay lah. Current athlete. Ex-athlete, current athlete. Okay. Yeah.
loves banana leaf rice.
Yes.
I have gone on banana leaf rice
with her.
Lunches with her. Bro, she
Dekat
knows
mana?
her dishes.
Dekat mana?
Berata-rata.
Yeah.
PJ, bangsa, she knows her
So
dishes.
it changes.
So yeah.
So kalau your QC drop, sorry lah. It's time to find new place.
So tell us.
Favorite outlet kat mana?
So favorite now, Banana leaf, I would say this place in beside Menara UOA in Bangsa called Mitra Spices. So that
Mitra Spices. Situ
So-
parking susah tu kot.
Ya, memang.
Pergi naik Grab lah maknanya.
No lah, park in Menara UOA lah. Then cepat-cepat.
Mahal.
No, I think it's like 2 or 3 ringgit je.
Murah.
So the switch.
An hour.
So cepat makan dan belah lah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and what are your
Kena
favorite
pergi
side
lepas ni.
dishes?
Mutton curry or fried chicken? Yeah.
See, I told you, this girl knows her banana leaf rice.
Aku cakap makan pasal masa bulan puasa pula ni.
Sabar, buka puasa nanti dengan banana leaf rice. Okay, but lagi satu fakta yang menarik ialah she actually had scoliosis. I know you've been on an educational campaign.
Yeah.
But I think let's refresh the memory of people.
So scoliosis is a condition where the spine is not straight. So there is no two scoliosis patients that has the same curve because it's very unique, I would say, like more unique than a diamond. So
Dia nak kata spine dia more unique than a diamond.
Of course.
Okay lah.
Dia memang terbalik.
yeah, so it's
curve.
So if you look at me from the front, it's my curve is a S curve. If you look from the side, it's also a S curve because I have a hunchback. And then if you look from the top down, each vertebrae twists and turn as well. So that's why if dulu kan kalau you tengok my shoulders is right to the front and then I'm bengkok to the front also and then like the body twists. So that's what you call scoliosis. So unfortunately this is genetic in my family. So my sisters and my mom also has it. So from about I think 8 or 9 years old, my mom already, because she knows how to like spot scoliosis, right? So it's just a very simple test that you can do at home where you just bend down forward and then you tengok whether your back is balanced or not. So because the vertebrae twist, so there will be a hump on the back. So dia macam the rib cage hump because your body twists, right? So when you twist and you bend forward, so you nampak sebelah lagi tinggi daripada sebelah lagi. So that's what we always do at home last time. So when we first found out I had scoliosis, I was about 8 or 9 years old. And then as I got older and then I was in competitive swimming, it started to affect me. It's about like sakit sini, sakit sana, and then I cannot do simple things like macam deadlift or any weights on my shoulders. So it will affect my back, and I was in pain like almost every day or every other day lah. There will be like a sharp pain in my back, and then it's not the kind of pain where you lie down and then the pain goes away. So every year I do see the orthopedic as well to follow up and see the progress of it, and it was getting worse every year. And I knew that I would eventually one day will have to go for the operation as well. It's just a matter of when. And also no doctor could guarantee that I could swim again. So at a competitive level. So that's why I decided to postpone my operation until after I'm done with swimming. Yeah. So I think one of the wushu athletes had scoliosis operation done as well, and then later on she became, I think she won a world title, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember her name.
Female or
What?
male?
Yeah, female. So this happens actually more in female. So is the ratio from male to female is like 4 to 1. So like in 4 females, then 1 male would have scoliosis, right? So I did my operation after I was done with swimming. So this was back in 2017 in May. So got the correction done.
Immediately after your retirement
Yeah. So it was
before SEA Games masa tu.
Yeah. So it was either I get it done back then or in future. But then if in future would mean that they won't be able to correct it so much because my spine won't be that flexible, and then recovery time will be a lot longer because I'm much older, right?
Betul.
So did that.
So what were the corrective measures masa tu? The procedures?
So they put in 2 rods beside my spine, and then like 12 screws to screw the rods in, and then because I had hunchback as well, it's also called kyphosis. So they put 2 hooks on top to pull me back.
So are you still having those rods with you?
Yeah. So it's basically with you for
Permanent
life. Yeah, it's permanent. But
Okay.
so they only take it out unless you have an allergic reaction. Yeah.
Tapi tak ada allergic reaction.
So far touch wood, all
that's
good lah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But I grew 4.5 cm.
Oh,
Ay, lagi tinggi.
Taller.
Oh,
Yeah, because
badan
it's
kau
like
straight.
because like my spine is like a S like that, right? So if you
Ah.
straighten, so
dia akan tinggi.
yeah.
Berat tak? Berat maintain.
No lah, that's why I'm heavier now, right?
Tapi yang menarik ya. Can we just explain to the audience sekali lagi macam mana nak buat test tersebut di rumah? So maksudnya
Bongkok.
berdiri,
Yeah, so you
bongkok ke depan.
Yes, bongkok ke depan, and then you just like okay.
Tengok.
So let's say this
Cengek
is your
letak.
spine after you bend forward, right? So
Okay.
if your back is straight, then it's like a normal spine.
Okay.
But then if you have slight levitation, then it's not 100%, it may be
Kena
scoliosis.
check lah.
Yeah. So just like
Okay.
maybe get it checked or yeah.
Faham.
Yeah.
Okay, cik, petua yang sangat penting.
Yeah.
So
Go back, go and check my
maknanya daripada kecil you nak pergi mula berenang sampailah you masuk ke temasya Olimpik 2 kali ni, Beijing dan juga London. You were suffering lah.
Yeah. But I guess every athlete has their own sort
Cerita
of
lah ada dia punya pengorbanan, sacrifice.
I'm sure Pandalela doesn't compete without any pain whatsoever.
Oh, dia
right?
banyak injury dekat bahu, banyak.
Because of the impact over the years on the water, right? So then I don't think any top athlete will have no injury lah.
Tapi bayangkan kalau dia tak ada masalah ni sejak kecil, mana tahu ianya akan she could have been faster.
Maybe.
Maknanya 10 rekod bukan 4. Dalam freestyle lagi apa?
Tapi tak apalah, yang 4 rekod pun saya dengar sampai sekarang pun belum dipecahkan lagi kan.
Yeah.
Dia masih pemegang rekod negara.
Apa 4 rekod tu?
So,
cuba cerita sikit.
200, 400, 800 gaya bebas dengan 200
freestyle.
gaya kupu-kupu. Butterfly.
Butterfly.
And then 3 of the relays pun I was part of it.
Ni dah
Relays tu
lebih sedekat tau.
medley
Belum
lah,
lagi
medley.
pecahkan rekod tersebut.
Ya.
Dah lebih sedekat. Lebih 10 tahun. Rekod masih intact.
Yalah.
Masih kepunyaan beliau.
Masa dia retire 2017.
Yeah. So some of the
Almost 10
records,
years
I
lah.
think 400, 800, the record was in 2007 or 2008. Yeah.
20 nak masuk
Masa nak qualify for Beijing lah tu.
Yeah. So that was also the time I pecahkan that record in 2007 Korat SEA Games. And that was Nurul Huda's record lah. I think 22 years. Yeah.
So berbalik kepada the sport itself. I know that you've been giving out classes. How's that coming along? Are you still doing that?
I do it off and on. I mostly give stroke corrections, and then sometimes I do give motivational talks as well to the younger swimmers.
Okay,
Yeah.
sebelum kita pergi kepada motivational talk dan sebagainya, kalau ada penonton di luar sana, peminat yang ingin tahu, okay, what is the first step to do for their child or for themselves to take up swimming? What are the basics? Macam zaman kita dulu, ayah just buang je dalam.
I mean, it would definitely be to learn, go to a good swim school to learn the basics first, and then to find out like whether you really have passion for swimming or not. Because if there's no passion in any sort of sports, then it's no point wasting your time.
Okay,
to
tak apa.
pursue.
Ini sebelum kita cakap tentang tentang passion dan nak jadi kucali nombor 2. Ni just for basic je, survival.
Survival. I think everybody should learn how to swim just for survival skills lah. Because if anything is, people always think like you can only drown in a deep pool, but that's not true. You can also drown in like a shallow pool. So I think survival skills, water safety skills is very important. Yeah, for anyone of any age lah. Because I remember during my primary school days, right, we have a swims club, but then it's managed on your own. Sebab if it's part of the core curriculum, right, then it's very.
Tapi tak ada pool, ada pool
tak.
Sekolah.
So SS2, my school in SS2, the paling dekat is the Shabas pool lah in PJ sana. But then it will take time to go there, learn
Betul
swimming,
lah, betul
and then
lah.
kena mandi lagi, and then ambil transport to come back, right? So what the school did was they gathered our parents and then say like, okay, we will have like a swimming club, but then you guys have to manage it on your own.
So parents dah kena hantar ambil apa semua kan.
Tu yang penting. So you still do private classes lah,
I do.
as and when.
Yeah.
Is there like a website or a phone number if kalau orang dekat luar sana nak
usually not really, because I work full time as well, right? So this is just for me a passion project.
Side hustle.
And also
Hustle.
the not really side hustle juga lah, because I also pick and choose when I want the classes. Because I tak nak nanti I ambil banyak kelas and then I penat and then I cannot focus on my
students? Ramai?
Tak lah, maybe like just 1 or 2 ni macam tu.
Private lah, macam private.
Tapi sebelum ni ramai juga kan?
Yeah, last time it used to be more, and then I got quite tired over a period of time. So I wanted to focus on my full-time job instead. Yeah. So
Ni
that
nak
was more
tanya,
important to me.
apa yang tiring? Ajar budak ataupun the parents?
I think it depends. Learn to swim. Learn to swim is you just deal with the kids, right? But then if stroke correction classes, then you also got to deal with the parents and make them realize like, not every kid can be a superstar. You know, like just cause you nak jadi Olympian dulu and if you didn't make it or like you never had the opportunity to do sports, doesn't mean that your kid will be able to do it and in that specific sport as well. So I do have parents that come up to me like, oh, but you're an Olympian, so I'm sure you can make my kid into an Olympian as well. I'm like, no, you come to my class once a week for 1 hour. Like, there's not gonna change anything.
Mana cukup?
It's like, dia kena faham macam, it's like you send your kid to tuition, right? If let's say your kid is bad in maths, you send your kid for maths tuition for 1 hour a week. It's not gonna make them a genius. You gonna like keep going, and then every day they need to keep practicing as well.
And then the progress maybe minute je.
And then it's sometimes when you swim, you don't even think about what you need to correct. Yeah.
Tapi tak semestinya you berlatih hari-hari pun you boleh jadi
Boleh.
buat perenang, because
if you don't have the necessary elements,
Correct.
perseverance, discipline,
there's a lot of things
dedication,
that you have to take
teknik,
account also.
macam-macam.
Yeah, physique also.
Fizik Fizik sekarang tak apa, dia dah untung dah 4 cm dah lebih tinggi.
And I think one of the reason why Rizal and I love the fact that you agreed to be on the show is that I think we need more role models, especially among the women.
Betul.
Okay, you may not realize this, tapi Rizal dengan saya melihat anda sebagai seorang ikon.
Thank you.
Role model.
Yang
Belum
dah-
lagi status legenda lagi.
Kerana yang lupa dia menang Olympian tu.
Saya nak kata tadi belum lagi status legenda kerana perkataan legenda tu diguna pakai terlalu banyak these days. But nevertheless masih seorang ikon, masih seorang that boleh memberi inspirasi kepada anak-anak muda, terutamanya those our young girls. Bagaimana kita boleh encourage more young our youngsters, tak kira lelaki perempuan, untuk terlibat dalam sukan, untuk bersukan, untuk bersenam.
I think it's more of like exposing them to different kind of sports and showing them what is out there instead of just being confined to a room where you're playing computer games or like just handphone games. Because now if you just go out to anywhere to makan, right, every kid on the table has like either a phone that you're watching something, or or playing a game.
But
on
do you
their
blame
phone.
the kid or do you blame the parents?
I think it's
Environment.
Yeah, I think more environment as well, because to the parents it's like I need some downtime. But then I need to pay attention to my kid as well. But then at the end of a long day, it's also very tiring for the parent to keep on temaning a kid, right?
If you ask me, of course lah, parents.
Yeah.
But you didn't ask me, you were asking her.
Charlene dah cepat buat disclaimer. Dia kata I'm not a parent. Semua nak diplomatic correct.
Dia nak jaga hati parents.
I mean, it's obviously you tell the parent like, hey, how can you give your kid the device? But then during the whole dinner or like any meal, right? How can you be entertaining the kid for so long, right? I mean, I couldn't.
Agaknya sebab itulah dia tak masuk coaching kot. Coaching betul-betul part of the national setup. You know why? Zaman dia tahu macam mana nak training. Dia tak ada mobile phone masa tu. Dia went through that process.
Tak ada.
Zaman sekarang,
Nokia main game
yang besar tu.
Snake.
No,
tak yang kecil,
3310
yang kecil.
I'm not so
Tak ingat
old that is
mobile
the
phone
besar one, okay?
Ato.
The briefcase.
The briefcase tu. Tak,
With the antenna.
maknanya that's why selalu cabaran untuk even coaches kan daripada dulu tu dia dah tengok the change of generations. Macam mana nak latih budak-budak yang mungkin dia punya attention span pendek, dia dah consumed by maybe addicted to device, not easy tau zaman sekarang.
Yeah, really not easy.
Macam mana nak cultivate the right habits tu untuk youngsters coming through the ranks?
I think they have to really think about what they want and then like prioritize what they want to do in life lah. So macam I cakap tadi, like your life is so long, but then kalau you betul-betul nak buat sports, it's like so much in your life je. I mean, take e-sports for example, right? Like they will never take in like a late 20s or 30-year-old to go and do e-sports, because at the end of the day, as you get older, your attention span maybe is not there, or like your accuracy is not there or as good as a youngster.
Tangan pun tak ni, tak laju.
Yeah.
Mental pun tak ni lagi, tak sharp dia.
You be surprised. Let's play Counter Strike, then we see. Okay, anyway.
Marah dia tau. Pasal dia masih ni lagi. Okay.
Yelah, tapi if he wants to play with younger people, I'm sure it's different.
I know what you're talking. I'm 21.
Younger people ada advantage.
I know what you're talking. I'm 21.
Muda lagi dia.
Young at heart je.
Young at heart.
Tapi dia balik kepada apa yang Charlene kata pada awal rancangan. You know, dia kata golf. You know, one whole day punya affair. Betul tak?
Betul.
Tapi sekarang ni people don't have the luxury of one whole day.
Yeah.
They have ada options.
Cuma ni alternatives.
Ada luxury. Ya, betul, ada alternatives. Kan, tapi maknanya macam you daripada umur 15 tu, you dah pasang tak impian untuk masuk ke bersaing sampai peringkat Olimpik?
I think I had that dream way before that. Even before I knew what Olympics was. Dia macam just cakap je, I want to go to Olympics one day. But what's
really?
Olympics? Yeah.
Wow.
Tapi Olympics tak tahu apa benda, tapi you nak pergi Olympics.
I know it's like the biggest games in the world, but then I didn't realize like how big it was. Sampai like I walk into the stadium, I'm like, oh my god.
Masa tu dekat Bird's Nest ke apa? Dekat Beijing.
Bird's Nest kat Beijing. Yeah. So even you bayangkan you masuk je, like the amount of media is more than the spectators yang kita orang dapat kat sini. Yeah.
Betul.
So you keluar the stadium like you're so intimidated tau. You rasa macam so kecil in the stadium. Yeah. So just have to block everything out and then just remember like my training and like what I have been trained to do for this event. Yeah.
So how did you do in Beijing 2008?
I wouldn't say the best performance lah, tapi satisfactory I would say. Yeah.
Apa you describe pengalaman beraksi di peringkat paling tinggi Olimpik, lepas tu Beijing orang kata one of the best ever organised.
Yeah.
Apa pengalaman you bawa balik?
I think a lot more self-confidence that I'm able to compete at such a high level. Yeah. Because really like the competition there was very different. Yeah. I think just being in such a big stadium, the environment, it was actually really great. Yeah, it was.
Masa tu siapa lagi yang layak swimming?
Oh, that time banyak. Xiao Yiting, Yi Wei from Negeri Sembilan, Daniel Begu pun ada, Leong Chilin. I think 5 of us. Yeah.
That's a huge entourage.
Yeah,
Tapi
swimming,
you know, the experience yang belajar daripada 2008 apabila bertanding di 2012.
London.
Was it a totally different thing, or you could somehow or rather go like, oh, okay, I've been here, I've been in this environment before, so yeah.
Yeah, so
Or was it totally different?
I would say almost the same. What I brought differently was the mentality of like, okay, when I go out onto the pool deck, I'm not going to look at anybody else because I don't want to be intimidated by such a huge stadium again, and just focus on my swim. Yeah, because for me, it's like I only have that one chance to swim, right?
Yep.
And the possibility, unfortunately, for me to make it to the finals was close to impossible. Yeah, because for my event, finals means the top 8. We don't have semis because semis is only for 50, 100 and 200 meters. Yeah.
So it's very, very apa orang kata, intense.
Yeah.
And you only have that one shot.
Yeah.
That's it. To
Apa yang you ingat di Beijing? Apa yang you ingat di London? Some personal memories maybe.
Like for the competition wise ke, like the whole
Apa-apa saja.
Apa-apa saja.
Beijing was, I think, really great because everything to the Chinese must be like so perfect, right?
Yeah.
And to the point where even all like the girls that carry the tray for the medals, they all look the same. Yeah, you know like a certain
Fully
body
made up,
type.
cantik.
And it was
pakai baju cantik, pakai ni.
and I had a really good experience because the games village was really, really amazing. It's like a little town by itself. You had everything there. You could do your grocery shopping. Then there
Wow,
was like,
seriously?
yeah. So and then like there was a huge souvenir store. So
Okay.
one thing good was like, because everything's made in China, right? So it's not crazy expensive. So I managed to buy like quite a lot of
Semua made in
souvenirs.
China punya
yeah,
goods.
yeah. So managed to buy quite a lot of souvenirs and then
Dia
like
tak payah import. Semua made in China, betul lah.
Betul ya.
yeah, and then like there's like hair salons there, and then like even a medical center which we
Yeah.
can go for free.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so
Tapi best, China, Asian country. London, Europe. Macam mana?
yeah, so like
Compare sikit.
compare pokai
Pokai. Teruk. Games Village ni macam mana dekat London?
Exchange rate pun naik teruk kan.
Exchange rate
5 point something kan.
Tapi dia orang kalau Europe, dia punya fikir dia orang simple je.
Ah,
Dia tak
exactly.
ada lavish, dia tak ni.
Correct.
tak ada. Yeah, so even souvenirs so expensive. I usually beli satu sweater because that one is like I fikir, no, if I don't buy anything, I will not have any
Lepas tu
memory.
kedai dia tak sebesar macam kat Beijing, betul?
Of course.
Lagi mahal tak tu?
Ya.
Pasal dia banyak import dari China. Goods.
Actually, Riza will have first hand experience because kan cover apa ni, you were there in the
In London.
Paris. No.
Paris 2024. Lepas tu
2024.
Athens ni, tapi I had the experience of covering dekat Hangzhou Asian Games. Memang betul China technologically
Yeah.
Tapi
jauh
I
lebih
think
advance.
Paris also
Lepas
was
tu
quite
dia
bad,
punya-
right?
Oh, Paris tu
Ah.
teruk dari segi organisation. Lepas tu dia untuk media punya contingent tak ada apa barang pun untuk bawa balik. Ya. Kalau sebelum ni every Olympic Games mesti dia at least ada satu bag dia bagi media kit yang ada notebook ke pen ke apa yang for them to take back home as ni lah.
Yeah.
Memorabilia. Tak ada. Satu benda pun tak ada. Stiker pun tak ada. Tak bagi. Teruk betul memang.
Ayo.
So in short, in Paris you got to buy your memories lah.
Tak, lepas tu tak. That's why dia orang kata one of the best organised punya games ever was Beijing.
Beijing.
Yeah.
Tak boleh beat. Europe pun tak boleh.
Of course
Tak
lah,
boleh
because
come
diorang
close.
manpower ada, duit
Manpower
pun
ada, semua ada.
So I look forward to
Barang-barang
actually
ada.
LA. I don't think that it's going to be as good. It can be as comparable as Beijing. But
I
let's see
don't
what
think
Tak
happens.
so.
sebaik LA84. It was a huge commercial success kan untuk dia orang LA84.
Were you?
Tapi
Did you?
No, 84 tak ada. I was too young lah tu.
Oh, okay. Just asking.
I was not even around yet.
Hashtag. Just asking.
Siul je.
Anyway, what would your last words be to all those who, regardless of age, regardless of gender, regardless of belief, what would you like to tell them when it comes to exercise and swimming?
Makan mutton curry after retiring.
No lah, yang tu pun boleh makan.
Oh, boleh makan,
Yeah, cause then last time to me it's like makan cause I'm going to exercise later.
Tapi
Motivation.
you burn calories lah.
Yeah.
Tapi benda tu dah masuk semua tak ni ke?
Give you power to go exercise apa?
Oh, okay. Protein macam ni.
But for me, my advice would be like just to try out as many sports as you can, and then like to see what suits you the best, and then from there slowly see how far you can go in it lah.
Okay. So kepada anyone out there yang ingin cuba sukan, it's never too late, betul tak?
Yeah, it's never too late.
Okay, mungkin if you're 60 and you try Olympics agak sukar lah.
No, maknanya kalau you're 60,
kalau
ambil pickleball.
No, you got masters also.
You got
Apa?
masters,
masters,
you
yeah.
got masters, correct.
KBS organise Masters Games.
It's quite, you know what? That is something I love.
Tapi you tak layak lagi kan? Tak layak lagi masuk Masters kan?
Sudah.
Sudah
Yeah, I think masters starts from 25 ke 30.
Bukan
Bukan
40 and
40
above.
ke?
40 and above lah.
Oh, for swimming tak?
Oh, swim. Oh ya, swim
Ah.
apa
I think kalau tak silap is 25 or 30.
Oh, mana dah jauh lebih layak lah dia. Memang layak betul. Haris pun layak.
No, I'm 21. But yeah, I mean, there's always a competition out there for you to take part in.
Yeah,
If
whether
not,
social or whatever. Yeah.
correct. So yeah, harap ini akan menjadi inspirasi kepada mereka untuk membuat sesuatu lah, bersukan ataupun bersenam.
Yeah.
Betul?
Selain dia buat digital scorecard tu apa semua kan. Dia kena bersenam, jangan senam jari je lah. Jangan senam tangan.
Dan harap-harap apa digital efforts yang Chailin dan syarikat dia buat akan memberi impact kepada the golf scene lah. Rizal, anything else? Kalau tak ada,
Tak
we
ada.
will. Okay. Anyway, sekali lagi kita mengucapkan terima kasih
Thank you
kepada
so
Pu
much.
Chailin.
Thank you.
Happy lunching guys.
Bekas perenang negara, dan kepada mereka yang akan sudah pun berbuka puasa, because this will be out by 9 o'clock sebab berbuka puasa. Dan we'll see you at our next episode.
Jumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum.
Bye.